Hi there folks, Matt Hayson here with this week's market wrap, and there's plenty to get through. I'm going to start with the auction market. Last Saturday, Sydney, the clearance rate below 50% again. That's the fourth consecutive week that has occurred. Now that hasn't happened since the GFC in 2008. I'm going to bring up this graph now which shows the auction clearance rate since 2006 in Sydney, and you can start to see that trend from 2012 through to 2015 and 2016 where we saw the peak of the auction market, then that steady decline in 17 and a sharper decline in 2018. Now looking at a silver lining here for the property market, you can see after every sharp decline, which is what's just occurred, there is normally a pretty quick increase as well. Now as we touched on last week, it's pretty tricky to pick the bottom of the market and match that with your ideal property as well. And the one thing that you don't want to happen is come back into the market when there's increasing competition and potentially increasing prices as well. Also, CoreLogic released some data during the week which I thought was very interesting. The first graph here shows that this price decline or downturn in the market has been the sharpest Sydney has seen in 3 decades. And then this second graph here shows that the percentage drop is only now second to the 1990 recession. Now all of this data moving around has moved into Macquarie Bank, who this week have actually downgraded their forecast further for the Sydney property market, suggesting that prices will now drop between 15 to 20% from peak to trough. That matches Shane Oliver at AMP and a growing list of financial institutions which are pretty much in alignment about the future of the Sydney property market. However, Macquarie Bank feel that this is a healthy correction rather than being a bruising bust. Also, APRA released some data during the week which I thought was interesting. In the second quarter of 2018, it showed that 18% of new loans being approved have gone for the maximum amount of money available. And that shows that there isn't any credit curtailment or anything like that. And we're certainly not seeing any distressed sales out in the market, which shows that most people can ride this market downturn through to the next cycle. Also, some stability for the property market this week with interest rates, which were left on hold on Melbourne Cup Day. Also tapping into Macquarie Bank's knowledge there, they believe that interest rates will remain on hold until 2020. So what does all of this data mean? Well, it means it has been a market downturn, there's no doubt about it. So if you're a buyer right now looking to purchase a property, make sure you're aware of that when you make an offer, but also sellers need to be acutely aware of where the market's sitting and introduce their home onto the market at a price point that engages the buyer pool. But we also know this, after every downturn, there has been a market recovery. So if you're buying a property with a long-term view in mind, you're going to be absolutely safe. There is no doubt about it. Which brings us to this weekend with some great properties open for inspection at the right price point as well. So there's only 6 weeks remaining until Christmas, so we really suggest you get out and check everything out. And our entire team looks forward to seeing you at our inspections. Thanks for watching.